Hello and welcome. I am glad to have you here. I'm Perika, a price action robot, and I'm here to help you trade with the Forex algorithm and price action strategy. The pin bar is one of the most reliable candlestick patterns on a Forex chart. Pin bar stands for Pinocchio bar, and many traders consider this as one of the most powerful candlestick patterns to trade. And in the term, they use a pin bar trading strategy for their transactions. This strategy, which is the most important part of the price action strategy, is programmed in this robot with complex calculations that you can take advantage of. In the price action strategy, traders rely on the idea that all available information is already reflected in the price, and by studying patterns and price movements can make informed trading decisions. If you also use this strategy, I am programmed with this algorithm. You can download me right now and get your backtest and live test on MetaTrader 4 and 5. Note that I am a demo robot, and after testing, if you decide to use Perika for real in your transactions, you can use it for free at the Liranex exchange. This robot is set with the date of this exchange. If you intend to use it in another exchange, you must purchase the date of that exchange and send it to me so that I can be set up for your exchange. If you register in Liranex exchange, send me a message through the chat site so that I can activate the real account for you. My performance in this version is excellent, and you can download it from the link at the bottom of the page. Note that my next versions will also be posted on Lixo's website and will be sent to you if you have registered on the website or newsletter. The most important point or secret in algorithm transactions is that if you do transactions with more than one robot, you will get much better results and bear less risk. The more robots that are in sync with each other, the more reliable transactions you will have. For example, our company uses 4 to 10 robots in various copy trade plans at the same time in transactions, and in the last 2 years, it has generated at least 10% profit for investors every month. Lixo team is specialized in trading algorithms and autopilot robots with excellent results.
The pin bar strategy is a popular price action trading strategy used in technical analysis. It is also known as a Pinocchio bar or simply a pin bar. This strategy relies on the visual representation of price movements on a candlestick chart. A pin bar has a distinctive candlestick pattern characterized by a long tail or wick and a small body. The small body represents the opening and closing prices, while the long tail indicates a sharp reversal in price during the trading period. The tail can be either above or below the body, and it is significantly longer than the body itself. Here's a breakdown of the key components of a pin bar. Long tail / wick. This is the extended line or shadow that protrudes from one end of the candle, indicating a sharp price movement during the trading period. Small body. The body is small and located on the opposite side of the tail. It represents the opening and closing prices, with the color green or red typically indicating whether the closing price was higher or lower than the opening price. Traders use the pin bar strategy to identify potential reversals in the market. The basic idea is as follows. Bullish pin bar. If the long tail is below the body, it suggests that sellers tried to push the price lower but failed, indicating potential buying interest. This can signal a bullish reversal. Bearish pin bar. If the long tail is above the body, it suggests that buyers tried to push the price higher but failed, indicating potential selling interest. This can signal a bearish reversal. Traders often look for pin bars in key areas, such as support or resistance levels, to increase the likelihood of a successful trade. It's important to consider the overall market context and use additional technical analysis tools to confirm signals before making trading decisions. Remember, no strategy guarantees success, and risk management is crucial when implementing any trading strategy. Traders should also consider using stop-loss orders to limit potential losses. First, we run MetaTrader 5. I've always gotten better results in backtests in MetaTrader 5 than MetaTrader 4, and I think it gives us more complete data. From the top bar of MetaTrader, click on the IDE option, copy the Perika, click on the expert folder, and then paste it into the open folder. Then we close the meta editor, and in the lower left part of the navigator option, we refresh the expert advisor option. The robot will be added to this part. We double click on the robot. In the description of the robot, it is written that you can use Perika both as an expert advisor and as a signaling assistant. Since this robot is written with LearNX broker data, its performance is more accurate on this broker, and this is because of the difference in data brokers. Note that if a robot works well with a time frame of 5 minutes, we should not expect it to perform well with the same settings, and the settings should be changed for different time frames. Even this applies to currency pairs. For example, if a robot performs well on the euro time frame of 5 minutes, it doesn't need to work well on the pound and the 5-minute time frame. You have to optimize the robot and put it on the forward test and demo account, and then move it to the real account with low volume for a month and add the volumes after gaining confidence. We have purchased a LearNX data broker for $5,000, and we have set this robot and other robots for you based on it. Note that without data brokers, the performance of a robot cannot be accurate. If you intend to use this robot in another broker, you must purchase the data broker and leave it at our disposal, or leave the purchase and adjustment of the robot to us so that we can adjust it for you completely free of charge. The minimum deposit you should use for the robot is $1,000. The minimum cost for the robot is $1,000, and you must follow the capital management. This robot can optimize and is programmed based on price action and pin bar strategy. We tick allow algo trading, and then right-click on the MetaTrader page and select the expert list option so that the robot is listed for you. You can see the EA information by clicking the Properties button in the Input tab.
When using and running the robot, you must tick Allow Trading. In the Properties tab, all the settings of the robot are specified. The name of the robot is specified in the EA_name field. The expiration date of the robot is specified in the expired field. It works on the demo, and you can download the new version every 2 months with an extended expiration date from the Luxo website. In the Start Time, End_time section, you can give the robot the time to turn on and turn off. The slippage_pip part is related to the time when we are waiting for news in the market and we want to capture the fluctuations that can be changed based on the pip. In the risk_base_lot_size part, it can be different based on the strategy of each person. Some people like to work based on lot_fixed, so risk_base_lot_size is set to fixed mode, and if percent is selected, lot_fixed will be disabled and risk_percent_equity will be enabled. It means equity percentage.
We have a balance, which is the amount of initial capital, and equity is the amount of our open transactions, which is either a loss or a profit plus balance in the order_market or limit section when it is on the market option, which is on this option by default. The robot will enter the transaction when it reaches the lowest settings, and if it is on the limit, it will first enter an entry point, and then you are the foot of the chart. If you want, you can enter, but you only have 2 pips to enter the trade. Stop loss and TP can also be changed. There are several options in the MN_manage section. When MN_manage is set to none, the 2 trailing _stop and break-even options are disabled. When we put it on break-even, the break-even settings are activated. Here, the settings are such that if the trade enters the profit by 20 pips, place our loss limit, which is 20 pips 3 pips after the entry point. The reason for this is the spread.
Now we are on the trailing_stop option. If the 25 pips transaction enters the profit, move the transaction forward by 25 pips by 25 pips, counting 1 pips. At the bottom of the settings page, we put the settings related to candle 2 and 3, which can be changed. It can be adjusted according to the shadows of candles and entry points. We put the settings of candle 1 in the robot programming, and it cannot be set or displayed in this section. The magic_number option is related to those who plan to use the same robot in different time frames and should set the magic_number of each robot differently from the other so that MetaTrader does not confuse them. How to use the robot. In the window at the bottom of the screen, select the name of the robot in the Expert section. In the symbol field, specify the name of the currency and then the desired time frame, and set the date to the desired date. We set modeling to 1 minute. We set the deposit to $100,000 and the leverage to 1:500. Select visual mode to see the entry points and test the robot. After hitting the start button, the robot starts working and enters after seeing the pin. We close the test window.
Again, in the MetaTrader program, we remove the visual mode tick. Now we test the robot in the same MetaTrader program, and check the 1-year performance in the graph section.
Now we come to the Input tab and set lot_fixed to 1 and SL_pip equals 35. TP_pip equals 70. In the same way, start again and check the transaction results again. The robot profited. We also check the backtest.
To optimize the robot, set the optimization option to the Show Complete Algorithm option in the Setting tab, and then in the Input tab, we change the stop loss and TP numbers to see what is the optimal strategy on the 5-minute time frame. For example, on the euro-dollar, we consider a minimum stop loss of 25 and a maximum of 50 and a step of 5 pips by 5 pips. The minimum profit is 40 and the maximum is 80, and the step is 5 pips to 5 pips. With these settings, it checks 54 different modes, and then we hit the start. Then the robot does the optimization for us and shows us which stop loss and TP we will get the best result. We repeat the optimization steps many times to get the best entry point for the data, and check it about a month on the forward test. To use the robot, you need a virtual server so that the robot works 24 hours a day, or we have to leave a system on 24 hours a day. Another thing we should check is how the robot works in other time frames, and we should also check other currencies. It is possible for the robot to be profitable on one currency with our settings and to be profitable on another currency. You must change the settings of the robot again for each currency and each time frame. At all stages, be sure to follow the capital management and do not enter more than 0.01 of the capital into the transaction at any time. And be sure to set the loss limit. And lastly, use several robots at the same time to give you better entry points and better results for your account.
Note that the responsibility for transactions is with you, and Perika is not responsible for that. You can download it from the link below. If you have any questions, feel free. I am always available on the Likso website. I hope you have profitable trades and good days.